Oh, no, I think, you know how, what is it, Hulk Hogan has his TNA wrestling now?
Yeah.
I think ours would be TMI wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, come get me, bro. Watch out for my rash. I didn't need to know that.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Let's go, bro. I have father issues. Okay, but geez, why would you?
I'm kind of sick of being gross, you know?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean, in sort of
I would take a shower,
general discourse. You know, we're getting older. It's not being so much of as a funny thing to talk about.
Where is this coming from?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it.
Who was I being gross? I wasn't being gross.
No. I'm just no.
Oh.
But you're talking about TMI.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was terrible.
Shut up.
Folks, there's no more Whoppers, and praise God for it. My name is Ray Barnholt, a.k.a. Boob Mr. Rain. And with me, as always, Miracle Grow Fertiguy of the Month for August, Alex Fruitality.
I'm green, and I'm coming at ya.
They're green and pissed.
Yeah, well, what was that the tagline for?
Doom. It was the original name for Doom.
Really?
Yeah, the more you know.
That is really interesting information.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Soy Alex! Oh, God damn it. Are we going multicultural?
Yes, I think we are.
Folks, we're going international. No more Whoppers. Soon to be, no más Whopperos.
Who ate all the gabagool?
Oh, folks, trilingual.
I think they just call them Whoppers.
Oh.
Over there. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Why do you call them those people?
Alex, how is my favorite those people doing?
Oh, we're fine. We're all great. On behalf of Italian Americans everywhere, we are all fantastic.
You did meet up with any more Fenaroli's?
No, sadly no.
Intervening week? Okay. You know what? I do want to lead off. I have a follow-up from
let's hear it.
Something we've discussed previously.
Let's hear it.
All right. So I talked about that girl on that TV show a couple weeks ago that I thought was really cute. Regardless of what I may have said during then, it turns out she was actually on another show some months ago. Specifically,
Fear
MTV's
Factor.
Friend Zone. And this comes from a listener, Brad Grenz, who showed me this on Twitter.
Oh, Grenzy, yeah.
The full episode of this. And, so there's this show, Friend Zone, on MTV, and it's one of those reality-ish shows. It's where a bunch of young people, boys or girls, try and sort of lead their longtime crush into like a sort of a date scenario. So in this case, it was this girl, Angelica, trying to convince her longtime friend that she was on a date with someone else, so she was going to make this imaginary guy dinner and everything. And then it would turn out that it was all for him. And so he would have to sit there flabbergasted and sort of awkwardly see if it would work out.
This is why television is bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, MTV in particular.
Yeah.
They have nothing on there that's pretty much not bullshit anymore. So, it's a good thing I didn't say much else about that girl because she didn't seem completely appealing otherwise.
Oh,
and in
boy.
fact, besides that fancy outfit she had on the show that I brought up before, on this one she was dressed not that great.
But she was in motion. Surely that cancels out any
Right,
negative.
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let me have
I
it.
already did.
All right, fine then. So either way, it was supremely awkward and kind of funny. This was from, I think, late last year. This MTV show was.
Well, hang on. My question is,
And-
maybe you just have to see her in real life. What are you going to do if you walk into her on the street?
I'm going to whip it out in public. No,
I don't know if that's appropriate, man.
Uh-huh. Predictable.
Hey, that's what we are.
I love it.
Soy Alex.
You're a good friend.
Oh, Tu eres un amigo bueno. God damn it.
So here's the funny thing: is that obviously her trying to get her friend to be her boyfriend didn't work out. So months later, she goes, I guess, to L.A. and goes on this stupid dating show on Fox, and hooks up with Taekwondo competitor Steve Lopez, and they seem to be a cute couple.
He has his own style. He calls Taekwondo Pez. Soy Alex. No. Fantastic.
So that's my little follow-up on that, and I will never speak of this again, because...
Good. Oh, thank God.
Frankly, you gave me too much shit beforehand. And,
oh, yeah, like it's my fault.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think so.
You're the one that had to instigate. And
no.
I mean, not instigate, but you had to, go against me, and then, we had that little row.
What, I'm not allowed to disagree with you?
Not on air. Listen, this is the environment that we've created around this show.
Hang on, you're right.
Are supposed to be super best friends, very friendly.
You're right,
to each
I get
other.
it. It's fine. You're right, because station manager just rushed over and through the booth glass, held up my contract and circled the part where it says I got a fake nice deal.
Yes.
Then he showed me a pressed ham. I don't know what that was about.
Right.
I may be fired, folks.
By the way, he did put not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 underlines on that part, and then held it up. So,
and a frowny face.
For some reason, I'm thinking of that funny meme picture with the guys in front of the whiteboard, and it has on it "good graphics."
He also drew that crystal-looking S that schoolgirls in elementary school used to draw.
Yes. I thought that was like a brand name sort of thing.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know. And I don't know. I've looked it up and tried to trace it back. I think Snopes tried to trace it back. Nobody knows exactly where it came from.
Yeah, it's sort of also like that doodle of the guy with the big nose peering over the.
Oh, Kilroy.
Well, yeah.
Kilroy. I thought that was nailed down to a shipyard worker from World War II.
Okay, fine.
That's what I heard.
Fair enough, but I just mean it was one of those things that was very prominent.
Are you seriously denying the Holocaust?
No.
All right.
You're off track. You're off track. Calm down, Alex.
Off track. Don't fucking tell me to calm down!
So that's my little follow-up. We got off on some sort of tangent, I guess.
Yeah. I believe I cut most of it out.
Yeah. So, Alex, what else is going on in
Not
our
a
lives?
whole lot.
Tell me what's going on in my life.
Actually, I've been enjoying the weather recently, actually. Not recently, but today and yesterday recently.
That's good.
Before, it was you wake up and you walk outside and you melt. You walk outside, you melt. That's all you do.
You were getting pretty
bitchy like you walk outside and you're living the scene where they open the Ark in Raiders. It's like you look like that guy.
Yeah. Don't look at it.
I looked at the trap, Ray. No, wait.
So oddly enough, because of that, though that may be happening where you're cooling down, it's starting to warm up around here. At least it was today.
Well, no. I didn't say it's cooling down. I said we had a couple of cool days. Today and yesterday it was a bit rainy and not as humid, but it's gonna go right back to face melting probably around tomorrow or the day after.
You sound exactly like a weatherman. Did you know that?
Right,
was that on purpose?
Let's take a look at the northwest portion of Ray. We can see some clouds rolling in up here.
I'm not kidding. Your intonation,
This is a fine hand-stitched flannel. You don't get this flannel all the time. We've only made 10,000 of these.
No.
Turn into the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah. That was good, though.
Birthdays, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Yom Kippur. Everyone likes to give a Ray, my nephew just had his bar mitzvah. I gave him the Ray maquette that we have here, $49.99. It's 5 easy payments.
Right.
Look at this. Look, it speaks. You push the buttons on here.
I'm gonna whip it out in public.
Look, it says anything you want it to.
You're a good friend.
How about this one?
I'm Ray.
All right. I don't know where this is going.
There are characters on Nintendo.
Oh, he says that one too. That's right. Look at the stitching. Look at the stitching on his ass. This is top shelf ass.
Well, I know what next week's new drop is going to be. My goodness. Well, we're on a roll. Alex, you're still on summer vacation.
I am still on summer vacation. I'm enjoying it very much. I'm having a good time.
And what you mean by that is you're playing more Final Fantasy XI.
Yes. Oh, I still didn't put it in. Let's play Final Fantasy 11. Yeah, I've pretty much the
Have you
past
ever
week
heard of
is just-
Nintendo?
I told you, yes. Pretty much this entire past week has been
These
me-
people play video games for a living.
I'm just gonna not fucking talk. How's that? How about I sit here and you play your entire fucking soundboard? Not actually angry.
Okay, good.
Played FF11 for about a week. A lot of fun, a lot of leveling going on. You know,
Yeah.
I'm leveling my character. I finally hit level 99. That's exciting, right?
Yes.
Just say yes. Somebody
Yes.
say yes.
Sorry.
All right, good times.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Vanadil, am I right?
Now, hold on. That wasn't a straight week. I mean, you did at least go pee, right?
Well, here's the kicker.
No, don't. No, don't tell me.
Well, you know the expression "poop sock."
Yes.
I find that to be a bit gross. So what I do is I just use a pee sock.
Yes. Much better.
Yeah, I try to keep it clean.
Right. I don't want you to end up like those Chinese guys who die in an internet cafe, you know.
Apparently, my pee sock is magic because it's not filling up.
And for some unrelated reason, you have to get new flooring.
All right, yeah, I've been playing FF11 for a lot of my summer break. It's very fun. I'm very into it, and I've been leveling a lot. And are you familiar with this level sync thing that they put in?
Vaguely, yes.
I
By that I mean no.
2006, they breathed new life into the game by instituting a level sync system.
Right. Yeah.
Because before, partying with other people was a harrowing ordeal. Because you had to be of the same level, or you had to be like within 2 levels of everybody, or else your experience gets gimped. You don't get as much experience points. Level sync basically allows everyone to adjust their level down to anybody's level in the party.
Yeah, that was supposed to get me to play it again.
I don't know why you didn't start playing again, because it saved the game's ass.
I don't know. Maybe because I just moved and I had that job and everything.
Oh. Well, a hidden bonus of the level sync system that I'm just now realizing is I can wear my artifact armor again. Are you familiar with artifact armor, folks? I'm just going to go over everything in the game in this segment.
I am not. No. Please,
Artifact
tell me
armor
more.
is a set of armor for each job in Final Fantasy XI that actually looks like that job's classic attire.
I see.
So, for example, the summoner artifact armor has the horn, their classic horn. The monk artifact armor has their headband and their clothes that they wear. Like, imagine these job classes from other Final Fantasies. You'll get a rough idea of what their artifact armor looks like.
And the plumber has a blue shirt and overalls and a butt crack showing. I mean, not if he has overalls, I guess, but yeah, okay, I get it.
Back to what I was saying, I just unlocked plumber, and it's really difficult because you have to. There's this whole quest with unblocking pipes.
2 burly plumbers.
Folks, I'm looking for a party. I need to do TBP. Help me out. I have 5 or 6 or 7 jobs leveled up high enough to get artifact armor. I've been questing them on some of these jobs. Samurai, ninja, monk, thief, paladin, dancer, dragoon, for example. Mm-hmm. And the problem, though, is that the gear was designed... most of it was designed in, 2002. And there's just so much better gear available nowadays that almost nobody uses the majority of their artifact armor. Because it's, been sort of rendered obsolete.
Sure.
But
that'll happen.
Here's the thing. With the level sync system, your armor is scaled down to the level of the person being synced. What this means is that if you are... partying with somebody lower than you, and you've got armor that gives you strength plus 5, and you're like level 40, and you sink down to level 20, it's probably going to nudge that all the way down to like strength plus 1, if anything at all. I find that the armor scaling is kind of stingy.
Yeah.
And what this means is that if I'm level syncing, I no longer have to wear my super good gear. I can wear my artifact armor just to look nice.
If you got it, flaunt it.
It's kind of half the fun of the game is looking cool.
Right.
And something that kind of bugged me about the game, before they raised the level cap at least, was high-level gear and most of them, a lot of the more powerful gear tends to look kind of silly. I've blogged about this a little bit.
Silly to you, or just like silly to many people? Because, I mean, a lot of high-level armor stuff in any of those games is very ornate.
Silly, well, yeah, I think silly to a lot of people. There's a hat called the optical hat that pretty much every melee had to have because it had accuracy plus 10. And it was just the dumbest looking hat. It was a big brown pointy hat.
Oh. You said optical hat. I figured it was like a big monocle that was attached
giant
to their head. Yeah.
I wish. No.
Oh.
And it's just stuff like that kind of bugged me about the game. It's like, here, let's make a party. You get a half a dozen people together who know their job in and out, and then what do? Dress them up like clowns and drop them into a jungle.
Yes,
was really the plan. Like, wait a minute, I want to look cool while I'm playing this game.
But you can do anything.
The gear design choices was like, I think what happened is that 1 year for Christmas, the FF11 design team went to see Cirque du Soleil together.
Ah, all right.
And they went, you know what? We need more of that.
Yes.
Like more harnesses. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, I'm glad to finally be, able to play in gear that looks cool. And to be fair, a lot of the gear that they've added recently does look pretty cool as well.
Do you have any of it?
No, on the test server, which I'll get to.
Okay.
All right, folks, today I took part in an event on the FF11 test server. Ray, are you familiar with this?
Well, in that you've told me about it.
Well, it's the test server.
Yeah.
And it was a really weird experience at first because it's empty. It's an empty server, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I walked into Juno, which is sort of the main hub of Vanadale. I don't have my soundboard open. And it's crawling. My computer is chugging and about to explode because there's just people everywhere.
Yes.
And I think this is the first time I've ever actually walked through town at the full frame rate and been able to appreciate everything in the town. It was surreal. It was so amazing.
By the way, if I may, the pictures you paint are spectacular.
Thank you. Oh, what do you mean?
My computer's about to explode.
It was.
I didn't mean that mockingly. I said it in a mocking voice. That was an accident, and I apologize. But
it was smoking.
Picture it. Yeah.
It was smoking and flashing red. Okay.
All right.
What else does that mean?
It made a high pitched squeal like a tea kettle.
It was flashing red like a Ninja Turtles boss.
Yes.
So yeah, I was walking through town. Nobody there. Felt really weird and really kind of cool as well.
Yeah.
The test server is amazing.
Right. Beyond that, yeah.
Beyond that, imagine every description of like an Eden or a promised land in all of the fiction you've ever consumed. Just this untouched, unspoiled place. You go inside your Mog house. You start in your Mog house. By the way, when you access a test server, you have to apply. You can only bring one character over. You have to send an application through the Square Enix website, and they approve you. You choose one character. You send that one character over. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I chose my main character, Javelina, who is a Hume samurai. Anyway, you get in there. You get in the Mog house. Usually in your Mog house, there's a single Moogle. One little guy. He holds all your stuff. He's your buddy. Yeah. Here there are three. There are three of them.
Whoa.
And
slow down.
There are three.
No, not lit.
The one in the middle, who's always there, and then one on the left, a Porter Moogle, who allows you to withdraw weapons and items with a coupon that you have saved. And then on the third, there's I think he's called the GM Moogle. It's just almost like a debug Moogle. He just gives you whatever the hell you want. It's amazing.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I've been playing this game here for 10 damn years almost, and there's this little dude in your Mog house that will just fucking give you whatever you want.
Yes.
It is insane. It is the weirdest feeling.
Yeah.
He just gives you like, hey, I want gil. He gives you 100 million gil, which is the maximum, right. I believe. He can unlock every job for you, raise every job to level 99 for you. And by the way, friend of the show, Scott Lowe, noticed this on the test server. They already have, if you go to change your job, there are already listings for Geomancer and Rune Fencer. They're not unlocked yet. You can't actually choose them, but they appear in the list. instead of a level number, the level field is blank.
Right. The jobs from the expansion coming up.
Right. And I thought that was kind of neat because, I don't know, usually a lot of this in-game archaeology of sorts that people do is sort of based around old games and unearthing stuff within them that people didn't know about, like stuff like the Cutting Room Floor, that website. This is sort of a neat instance of, us seeing stuff in the game that has not yet been released and we will see in the future.
Right.
But it had a feeling, it had that sort of vibe of something that was scrapped. You know what I mean? Like when you see something in a game that you know isn't in there, but it was meant to be in there. But, this will be in there.
Yeah. I imagine it is a neat feeling. Sort of like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yes.
You're ripping open the fabric of the very reality and stepping through and saying, yes, I am Alex, and this shall be a moment to remember.
Trinity. That's a Matrix guy, right?
Nothing. just you.
All right. Anyway, so there's sort of a process you have to go through to get access to some of this gear. It's really quick though. You talk to the Moogle on the left. No, on the right. You get a ticket.
Important details.
Anyway, folks, World of Warcraft.
Right.
You talk to the Moogle on the right. You get a ticket. You trade the ticket back to him, and he says, "What do you want me to do with this?" No, I wish he said it like that. The fuck do you want me to do with this? You trade him the ticket, and you say, "Fill it up, my good sir." And on that claim ticket, he will put the data for everything that claim ticket can possibly hold. There are 14 different sorts of claim ticket.
Wow.
Each representing a different kind of endgame gear.
Pretty good.
And I filled. You can only fill up. I should specify. You can only fill up 13 of them. There is one sliver of endgame super gear that you do not have access to on the test server, and I'm not sure why. It might be too good to just give away on the test server.
Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility.
I
mean, if you had that armor, you'd probably have to be one of the developers.
My favorite line from Superman. So what I did was I got all the tickets for samurai gear. I filled up. I got all the best samurai gear now. Anyway, it is. I became crazy powerful, and also, I don't think this is mentioned by any of the Moogles, but you can also go to. There's a special Moogle in one of the areas in Juneau. You can go to get some of the strongest weapons in the game.
Seems like a natural assumption.
Yes. Now, this is called in the game. This is called Magian trials, Magian weapon trials. You go, you get a weapon, and then the dude is like, "All right, go out and kill 100 insects using such and such weapon skill." And you go out and you do that, and you bring it back. Mm-hmm. And then he gives you an upgraded version of that. Says, "All right, now go out and kill 200 lizards using this weapon skill." All right, you do that, and up and up and up until finally you've killed so many 100 or 1,000 enemies, and he gives you this super powerful weapon. Or you have to get a drop from a rare monster, and then turn those in and get an upgrade. Usually, how this works is you go up to the Moogle, and he shows you the quests that you can undertake to get these weapons, and you choose from a list. And usually, when you do this, it shows you the weapon you currently have, the test to do, and then the weapon you will receive. On the test server, if you scroll down on that list and you click on with the weapon to receive for more information, he just fucking gives you the weapon.
Right.
Just hands it out.
Sure.
Like, you know what? Lizards are hard to kill. I don't know. Just take it. Like, here you are. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't fucking need it. I'm a Moogle. So I went through that. I got the a fully upgraded Masamune, which is impossibly powerful.
Of course.
Trying to think of a good word. It's stupid powerful.
It's Alex powerful.
It's power foul. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Go.
The thing about the test server is that it's only open for these special events. Do I have that right? I mean, it's not like you can't just go there any old time.
I think you can. I don't know. I think you can.
All right.
I think you can because when I play normally, I see, like, if you go into play online, then you open FF11. On the left it says play, and on the right it says play on test server. And play on test server is never grayed out or unselectable. It's always selectable.
Okay.
Usually when they don't want you doing something, the thing is just not selectable. Like if you try to play during maintenance, play is grayed out. You can't click play. But play on test server is always clickable.
Yeah. Well, then that's weird because...
Why not just play on the test server all the
ostensibly,
time?
Yeah. If you could just do it anytime.
I actually thought about that.
Why not just cheat your way through?
Kind of considered that, yeah. Well, part of it is the journey is its own reward. I don't know if you've heard those words of wisdom.
Okay, well, what if... Okay, now what about me? Like, I like to just explore virtual worlds, let's call them. You know?
Then I think the test server is for you.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
you know
we'll
what?
See.
It might be interesting to play on a server where everybody is just a living god.
Yes, and
because
there are
there's
very
still,
few of them.
Because there is still some endgame stuff, I think, that has yet to be fully explored by some people. Certainly me. There's a lot of stuff I haven't done yet that I'd like to do.
Yeah, but like you said, if they have that in-game armor not available, then maybe they don't have all the areas available.
Well, some of that armor, I've seen it on the real server. I've seen people who have it. I don't know why it's not available on the test server. I think they were just maybe a little bit lazy about updating those claim tickets.
Okay, yeah. Well, who knows? Anyway, I'm
know.
sorry. I just kind of interrupted.
Where was I?
I'm Ray.
Anyway, Ultima Online. Okay.
Love it.
So I'm all geared up, like I'm in a JRPG, and I'm on my way to slay God.
Yes.
And folks, what happened today is there was a special event hosted on the test server called the something Heroines. So I totally forgot the name already.
All you knew was that it was special and that you had to play it.
Yes. I was invited by America's own Scott Lowe and his Link Show to play with them for the event. I think it's testing for the event. I guess they're gonna make the event a real thing in the future, and they're just sort of testing it out to see how players approach it, to see how they fare against these bosses, and
then tweak it so that they'll have a harder time.
Oh, they may not need to, because this was brutal.
Okay.
And I want to stress, again, I think this is a good example of how important teamwork and knowledge of your job is in FF11. Because here you have 6 people who are quite literally in the best gear in the game.
Right.
It's not, there's no hyperbole anymore. It's not like, this is some of the best. This is the best ship.
You're like, this is the real fucking deal.
Yes! God damn it, where's my shit just got real drop? I really wanted to play it.
You gotta be a real expert.
These people play video games for a living.
Is he talking about me? Because I could play FF11 for a living.
Yeah. I'm surprised you aren't yet. You could be a GM or something.
Who says I'm not? Banned. All right. So here's the idea behind the event. It's a boss rush of sorts. There's five bosses. All of them are women. I guess in a way, if you're that if you're
wait
that,
a minute,
yeah, if you're that sort
that
of
sounds sexist.
If you're that sort of blogger, I mean, somebody out there is probably already writing up a thing about how misogynist Square Enix is for making a boss rush where you just beat up these defenseless women.
Yep, shame on you, Alex.
What did I do? Soy Alex. So we go in there, beat the first boss. We did them out of order. Beat the first boss pretty easy. Second boss, we got destroyed. It's like the boss splits in 2. Now there's 2 of them. And one of them is invincible. While one is invincible, the other one takes damage. And then they switch.
Speaking of Ninja Turtles bosses, that's straight out of the Shredder playbook.
Oh, yeah. Hey, good times.
Terrible.
And then another boss that we died to, this girl and her 2 puppets. She has 2 little puppets that she sends after you, and they just mop the floor with you. And it's kind of a rush for me because I'm using this gear that I have like only heard of, whispered about, just in legend.
Yeah.
And it was fun using it to just beat the crap out of normal enemies because you have to clear a floor of normal enemies before you get to the bosses. And that was a lot of fun actually. Was using this. It reminds me of I think in like 2004, like when the game came out in America, I was still writing for 1UP at the time, and they asked me to join this FF11 event on the test server at the time, which was Atomos. I couldn't use my character. They gave me a character. Square Enix like sent me a login, and I'd log in with that, and I was this super powerful level 75 character, which at the time was powerful.
Yes, that was the cap.
Yeah. But it was so very obviously tailored to be like a media thing, like for the press.
Right.
Because there was like, you didn't need any knowledge to actually play the game.
Yeah.
If you were actually level 75, you probably know a lot about the game. This is just for dudes writing about it for websites, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, let's pit you against this avatar battle. Oh, it's Ifrit. Oh, he's powerful. But there's 18 of you, and you're all maxed out. I think they just beefed up his hit points, but didn't really make him much more powerful. Anyway.
Now hold on. I gotta play this drop again. Okay.
Okay.
These people play video games for a living.
All right.
They do.
Yeah.
That was during the time. That was when they unveiled in-game weddings.
Oh god, yeah, right.
Which was a lot of fun. So like we participated in an avatar battle, and then we all warped to Windurst and we watched a wedding.
Oh, okay. I thought you all married each other.
Yeah, it was
That'd be more fun.
Yeah, it's this weird quest where you have to marry everybody.
Surprise! You're now bound for life.
That sounds like something, right? That's some Peter Molyneux shit, right? It's a game where you have to marry everybody.
Yep.
Anyway, test server now. That same feeling of being just incredibly overpowered, and yet having that feeling balanced by getting slaughtered like a hog.
Yes.
To these women. I think that they're holding the event again next week, so we're going to try again next week. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hilarious bug about the test server. I don't think this is a bug. This probably serves some purpose, but every time you change areas, you just get 28,000 experience points. It's awesome.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
What'd you do there? You open the door? Here you go. There's some experience points for you. Good job.
Speaking of weddings, it's like getting showered with rice every time.
Good job on opening the gate there, Sluggus.
Yeah. Lovely. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe I should try this out.
It is really fun.
I should go tool around on it.
It is super fun. Like you unlock all jobs, get to level 99, get all the equipment in the game, and then I want to do that not to have that power, but just so that I can explore all the places I wasn't strong enough to get to.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put in the Konami code or something, I mean, you're doing it to beat the game, right? To stand a chance.
That's right.
Like I can't. I'm kind of a wimp like that. I can't beat Contra without the Konami code. I'll admit it.
Yes.
But in this case, it's because I want to explore more. I want to go to these places. I wish I didn't see an option for this on the test server, but I did not see an option to clear or flag storyline events.
Oh yeah.
And there's some stuff that you can't solo, no matter how strong you are, because like you need a dude to step on a switch for you, that kind of thing. So I don't know. Maybe we should team up, huh?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I would live on the test server if I could.
Well, yeah. Okay.
No, I don't think you understand.
No, I understand.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking about it, seeing if maybe I should go ahead and jump into your little web you got going there.
I think so.
See what's going.
Anybody call for a web slinger?
I don't recall, but that's the thing, though. I don't know what the criteria is for getting access to the test server, aside from what they tell you, which is you have to have a Square Enix account, and I don't know.
Well, I got one of those.
Yeah, but you also have to have an FF11 character already existing.
Oh, I can get one of those. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'll throw
but
in for a month.
Okay, that was my main concern. Is at minimum it's going to cost you a month's worth.
Yeah, I figured as much.
But it could be fun. The only thing is, if you want to do that and you want to shoot right to 99, like you're going to have to sit down and read a tutorial about how to play whatever job you want to play, because actually going through and leveling up, the right way, you learn all the nuances of your job and which skills work and complement each other, and how to work with different jobs that are in your party. And then suddenly, and this used to happen on the real servers when people would pay people to power level them. You'd see like level 75 paladins who don't know how to provoke.
Yes.
They don't know how to get hate from an enemy, which is their fucking job. It's what they've been doing since level 5.
Yes, but I doubt it's that serious on the test server.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I
well,
understand.
no, some of it, I mean, I know how to play almost every melee in the game, but I've never really dabbled in the magic classes. If you gave me a level 99 scholar, I would have no idea what the crap to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what their abilities do. I would have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I don't like magic users either.
There you
or
go.
Using them.
Swords, man.
Yeah, bro.
Swords are the shit.
Well, it seems like exciting times are ahead.
Yes. For Alex, at least.
Oh, let me ask you, since we're talking
Go.
about MMOs, I want to bring up Dragon Quest X. Specifically, I want to ask you, did you buy a slime keyboard yet?
No, not yet. Are they out?
Yes.
Oh, snap. I gotta get one then.
Yeah, what is it, $35 equivalent?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just go on Amazon. Or,
I will do this. Wait, are they not selling them in stores?
I'm sure they are. I mean, I don't know.
Because there's one like down
Whatever's
the road.
convenient for you.
Well, then I will go to a physical store.
All right. Mr. Old-Fashioned.
And I will tell the man I'm here for the slime keyboard.
Yes.
And he will take me to a secret room. And Bruce Willis will be tied to a chair. Let's take a break.
Oh, sure. Let's go ahead and do that.
Unless you had any questions.
No, I don't.
I'd like to talk to you about Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Soy Alex.
I tell them I wanna be the very best. Yeah, you already know, man. I tell them I wanna be the very best. It's A1, man. San Francisco. Let's go. Hey, they call me Joe, watch me get my burn on. Walking through your city with my San Francisco shirt on. When it comes to women, I don't even really flirt, dog. But when they put that money in my pocket, that's a turn on. Always been a dreamer, that's some shit I need to work on. I'm reaching for stars, trying to get my Captain Kirk on. I ain't got no jewels, don't even know what they worth, homes. But I was born in April, so a diamond is my birthstone. Raps come in waves, type of flow you need to surf on. You know about the rhyme, let me tell you about the person. I was like 16 and a half when I wrote my first poem. It sounded like a whack verse from one of Cannabis' worst songs. Now I can spit, but an artist is how I'm first known. So I don't write writtens, I paint vivid pictures with earth tones. Put in the world in my pocket since I was 4 feet tall. Still trying to fit all of my dreams in the Pokeball. Cause them is my real test. Yeah, searching far and wide, trying to find all my dreams. Them is my real test. Yeah, to train them is my cause. I tell them I wanna be the very best. Don't forget it, man. Once again, I wanna be the very best.
Bro, we can't afford a new table, bro.
Well, because of, all the policies that went through our government. And then the formation of the New World Order that completely destroyed any sort of educational opportunities in North America.
Is this me? Hang on a sec. Thanks a lot, Obama. How about... Well, hang on. Let's. Can they meet halfway? Could we have, like, frat Obama? Can we have bro-Obama?
Sure, it's so easy to come up with it, too. Bro-Obama, yeah. Or, like I used to call his younger version, Fro-Obama.
Yes.
Back when he was Barry.
Right.
Yeah. Fro-Obama meets Bro-Obama.
Barry. Where's Barry?
And, yeah, that'd be a great new comic series, I think.
Oh, also he was in Mortal Kombat 2. He was Baraka. All right, folks.
Well, that one hasn't been done to death already.
I'm sorry. It was right there.
That's no excuse for that. No, that's different now.
Low-hanging fruitality.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers, and I don't think it took you a minute to forget that. Alex, I mentioned Amazon, and in fact, today, I bought your birthday present.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because it was on sale on Amazon.
Wait a minute.
What? What, you're going to try and guess it?
Yes.
Well, I would go ahead, do your worst.
All right. A Dragon Quest 3 poster. Rainbow Bright Magic
No.
Eye. Cuisinart.
No. Quiz? No, actually, but it is a quiz and art. I'm going to give you a canvas print and then ask you some questions about world history.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you pass, then we'll be friends forever.
It's called Where in the World is Picasso? I don't even know.
Where in the world is Alfanaroliego?
Where geography meets spirography. Is that what you say for spirography?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard of Nintendo?
I don't think so. We spoke to leading spirographers. What?
Well, if you're done guessing, then I'll just say, it's nothing.
Wait, one more.
Okay.
A diplodocus.
No, it's not from Final Fantasy.
No, you're right. That was a dumb guess.
No, it's nothing that... It's something I have a hunch you will like. It's not something that it's established that you do like. It's something I'm taking a gamble on. Oh, maybe Alex will like this because I like it. Maybe he too will like it.
A Zune?
Yes.
No, is that not? Okay, well, I got it, folks. I got it.
Because I love the Squircle.
Squirtle? What?
It's the control pad on the second generation Zunes. They called it a Squircle because it was like a rounded square looking thing. It's
awful.
Yeah. Welcome to the social, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, should be fun. I'll give it to you when you come visit. So I have a sort of a weird development recently in my life. I found out my high school closed like last month. Oh yeah. And I had no idea. And in fact, I called my mom, and she didn't have any idea either. I thought maybe she forgot to tell me, but no. But to explain, I actually went to a private school in middle school and high school in my hometown, and I was there for 6 years.
And you're originally from Birmingham, Alabama, is that right? That's what I've heard.
Close enough.
Okay.
I mean, it's closed, so I might as well say it now, right? So yeah, this was a little private school in what used to be an old-timey community center. It was basically just house-sized. So it was a very small school. It was like, less than 25 kids any given year. So yeah, it was kind of weird to finally see it close after, graduating to 11 years ago. That wasn't good math, I think. It had opened in like 92.
No, wait, is it true that when a school closes, they have to call in a priest to, like, desanctify the grounds?
No, there was some talk that it might have been haunted.
Oh, really? Well, I think all schools are haunted.
Well, like I said, it was a community center, so it was basically sort of a theater-ish sort of looking place. I mean, they had a big stage. That's kind of nice. Yeah. It was still kind of small, so it wasn't like what you would think of a theater would look like, but yeah. So yeah, I had some wild years there, sort of, not really. It was basically, I entered when I was in 7th grade because I didn't want to go to PE in public school. I mentioned that in the No More Whopper story a few episodes ago, and I'm not lying. That's
right.
That's pretty much the chief reason I did not want to go to public school for after 6th grade. So yeah, I went in there as a 12-year-old, snot-nosed 12-year-old, and I came out as a holier-than-thou 17-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of growth in between then. And it went from having, a bunch of cool
about 5 years, it sounds like.
Yes, thank you, Alex. So it went from having a bunch of cool older kids there to me being the older kid in a school full of fuck-ups. Because that was the entire school. Because after at least a couple years after all the cool kids left, and I sort of became the elder one, it was all just like, we'll take anybody. And that meant a lot of screwed up kids who either failed out of the other alternative school that was sort of made for fuck-ups, or just couldn't handle any sort of school at all.
Their grading system was, instead of letters, it was a different sort of birthstone.
Yeah. I'm not saying
Mom, I got a garnet on my spelling test.
Well, you're not far off.
Look at that, straight topaz.
I don't mean everybody was like that, but there were, more than a few examples over the years. I was there. And then, of course, there was also the teachers were, 20 and up. I mean, 25 to like 30-year-old people who basically just, were from the college that was a few blocks away, and trying to get some teaching experience, but ended up just
keep it
mostly
local.
just having nervous breakdowns after the kids finally just broke them. I mean, it was insanity sometimes. And oh yeah, so it was sort of a hippie-ish school. It was a big focus on environmental stuff, and the owners and runners of the place were kind of hippie-ish, and it wasn't quite as bad as topazes on the report card or whatever. But it was a mostly kind of free-form place. I mean, they also tried to get accredited, and I think they eventually did, but it was trying to mix that with like being legit. And ultimately, I suppose it didn't work out, but there was all sorts of troubles along the way. Like I said, because when they got strapped for cash, it was like, well, we'll take almost anybody. And in fact, that had gotten to its worst when they had a visibly probably autistic kid come in and just become like this target for everybody.
Wait, was that you?
No.
Oh.
Jesus. Well, now I'm leaving. Goodbye.
I thought you had developmental problems.
I'm gonna whip it out in public. Only after meeting you, my friend.
Oh, I've noticed that.
I'll be there for you. Jesus.
Now, hang on. I got a question about your upbringing in general regarding school.
Okay.
Did you ever get rewarded for getting good grades? Like, if you got straight A's, would you get a game?
No, nothing like that, really.
Because I had this deal worked out with my mom. Like, if I got, so many sapphires or diamonds,
Right.
per term, I could get. It was so many A's per term, but it was supposed to be, like, either A's on the report card or A's on a test, like a real test. But I kept trying to bring home A's on like homework assignments and be like, Mom, look at this, I got an A. That counts towards Mega Man X2, right? And she's like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah. No,
Wishful thinking.
No, that never happened in my home, really. It didn't really matter because, I was apparently super gifted or whatever, so I would always do good in at least something, except math.
Well, I think you're gifted.
Thank you so much, Alex. And that meant that later on, when I went to this private school, I pretty much wiped the floor. Because that was when I really cultivated my writing and, learned about some good writing and learned some pretty good stuff. And then I did well. And they praised me for that. But, math was always a weak spot for me. So
I'm not a big fan of the maths.
No. In fact, unrelated, but this is a tangent, but when I went to community college, right before I moved to San Francisco to get the job, I ended up just getting an F in the remedial math class I had to take.
Oh, goodness.
That was pretty much my first F.
Oh, okay.
I did not care. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm moving. Goodbye.
I only mention this because it's directly related to what we're talking about. This is in my private joke file. No, this is in my Alex's embarrassing
Wait
stories
a minute,
file.
that's Milton Berle's private joke file.
I know. This is actually from the Alex's embarrassing stories file. But when I was in 10th grade, I failed math class. And like after class, the teacher talked to me about it. And she's like, what am I supposed to do? How do we fix this? And I actually told her, it's not you, it's me. I gave her the it's not you, it's me about failing my math class.
Oh, so that's why you always compare yourself to George Costanza.
Yes. Yes. I do lead a very Costanzian existence on some levels.
But yeah, in third grade, I had to get tutored for math because multiplication just threw me for a fucking loop.
2 times 2? Who even knows what that is?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no way to know for sure.
So, yeah. Never had a good relationship with math. I have a cousin who's great at it. He's like a math genius, and good for him.
Good
kid. So, yeah, the big thing about the big environmental sort of hippie-ish sort of thing about that school that I went to was that they went on plenty of field trips. Plenty of outdoor excursions, either locally or sometimes even way out into like another state, just to go on like little camping trips and learn about the environment, but also basically fuck around and be teenagers outside and whatnot.
To learn about the Foot Clan,
or to join.
They're recruiting?
Yeah. You know, you got those sheltered street kids, you know, joining
I
the
know
Foot Clan.
I know a lot of people who just, you know, they swelled up with patriotism and they finally enlisted in the Foot Clan when the Iraq War started.
Right, yeah. Of course, it was still pretty much localized to New York. They didn't really have anywhere to go.
That's true.
They just basically robbed old ladies and, you know, stole stereos. What were we talking about? So yeah, a lot of field trips, and so every year they're
Anyway, Shredder clones.
Yes. Talking about Shredder U. And so this leads it. I know before I sort of mentioned on the show, you know, after I told the No More Whopper story, it's like, well, you know, I should tell some other stories. About
I have an honor student at Shredder Community. I don't know. Sorry, I'm done.
Cut yourself out.
Sorry.
So yeah, I was talking about the school trips I would go on at the private school. Now I'm not really going to get into one now because I'm sort of doing this off the cuff. But there were, you know, at least a good two trips every year. There was one in the fall shortly after the year began, and then one in the summer. It was always craziness, and there was at least one year which was just like a crazy drama-filled odyssey. And I will get into this, let's say, next week. I'll remember.
Oh, come on! You're teasing it?
Yes, because I'm doing this off the cuff.
All right, okay.
I don't have all the details in my head, and I don't want to screw up because I've had a long day today. Okay?
All right, I'm sorry.
Can we cut me some slack?
I'm sorry, Ray.
No, it's not your fault. Why am I talking to the drop?
Because it's funny.
Crazy drama-filled stuff, and yeah, maybe I'll talk about that next week.
I hope so. You're teasing it.
In recognition of the school finally closing. Should be fun. But I think really the real point I wanted to get to when I brought this up in the beginning is that it's just kind of weird. You know, it's kind of a weird feeling just having it sort of close and be gone like that. Because, okay, I know like in, you know, certain parts of the country, you know, schools closing are kind of, you know, commonplace, you know, especially in urban areas or whatever. In places like where I grew up, it's kind of just weird. I mean, you kind of expect your school to be around forever, you know, until you're dead. Maybe that's based on, like, you know, TV shows and stuff where they'd have high school reunion plots or something. It was based on that. It's like, yeah, your school's always there, even when you're 30, 40, 50, you know? And
you know what? Whatever that building becomes, you should show up, like, 20 years later to the day on your high school reunion and just walk in and act like you're supposed to be there for the reunion. And everybody's like, Sir, this is a dental clinic. Hey, I haven't seen you in 20 years.
Oh, that'd be a dingy-ass dental clinic.
Sir, do you have an appointment? Hey, what was it, Rodney? It's Frank, but, sir. I got nothing.
I was going to play a drop. Damn it.
Oh, can I guess which one?
No.
Have you ever heard of Nintendo? No, is that not it?
No, that wasn't it. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
It's probably just going to be I'm Alex or something.
Oh, okay.
Alex.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah. That's what I should do. Run in there, throw open the doors and go,
I'm Alex.
go, "Hello, Mom."
Dude, we should organize a flash mob to do that. Just get like 100 people together in, I don't know, Times Square.
Don't give our fans any ideas.
No. Get like 100 people together at an Applebee's. And everybody makes a table reservation.
What do you mean Applebee's?
When you're here, you're family.
All right. At an Olive Garden, and everybody reserves a table under the name Alex.
Yeah.
You follow me? All right.
Yeah.
Then, I don't know, I haven't thought this through.
And then
get this, we sit down and enjoy a delicious and affordable meal.
yes. And then we get JB Smoove to walk in.
What up, Al?
Everybody turns their head at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
How about a skit, either a skit or some kind of prank where I, like, dress up as this super Italian stereotype. Not a stretch, I know.
Go on.
And I walk into an Olive Garden like I'm the president of the company.
Yes.
And then I try to get a table.
Yeah.
And they don't give me one or something.
I'm from Italy.
Yeah, I'll have like a hat and a mustache.
Where's your gabagool?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Etc. Etc. Etc.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's a good idea.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
You know, I've been trying to play more of Legend of Grimrock, which was a pretty fun dungeon crawler game for PC. It's really nice. You know, it's modeled after the old sort of, you know, dungeon crawler games like Wizardry or Might and Magic or something, or Phantasy Star. Not really, but it's mazes and like that. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Very addictive. I like it. No, you don't.
Did you ever hear the original lyrics for that song? Fantasy Star, it's a game. Oh no, your brother died.
Did you know I tried to make up lyrics to the Dr. Mario
Star.
theme?
All right, hit me.
No, it was basically like
Mario. I think everybody did that, right?
Dr. Mario. And that was basically it.
I had the same lyrics. That must have been a real song.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, are you serious? Then I think the tune just sounds like a well-known song that has similar lyrics because I made up almost exactly the same lyrics as a kid.
Well, I think we're just that pathetic.
I'm Ray.
We're Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Je m'appelle Alex.
Well, now you've done it. You've locked that in. Congratulations. Adding another row to this soundboard.
All right, well, I got to do a German one.
Okay, something else I want to talk about. A new segment. Well, I mean, an old segment, but a new development in an old segment.
I think I know where this is going.
Guy who doesn't understand
What?
No.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's all you. First of all, I would never steal that from you.
Sorry.
No. Of course, folks, as you know, this being a show called No More Whoppers, we try and keep up on some of the news about the Whopper's namesake. And so I'd like to give you a new update on something we like to call BK News.
I like the way she cook my Whopper on the grill.
So, Alex, this week's BK News comes from your land of Japan.
Oh, boy.
The headline reads, Customer at Burger King Japan orders Whopper with 1,000 slices of cheese.
Didn't we just do this? Or was that bacon?
That was bacon. The man behind... In fact, it says here, this is from Delish.com. The man behind the 1,050 strips of bacon on a burger is back, and this time he's craving cheese. During a promotion at Burger King Japan that allowed customers to chow down on a burger topped with 15 strips of bacon, he went ahead with the... Yeah.
Is this just some sort of protest? I don't think this is a guy who actually wants to eat all that cheese.
This is a Mr. Sato, and he recently ordered a Whopper topped with 1,000 slices of cheese. You know, not much to, there's no mystery behind it.
I know, but it seems... clearly he's not going to eat it, right?
Well, I mean...
It seems to me like some sort of protest, like, look at where this is leading everybody. I don't know why he's
I don't think it's
Tommy
a
Gunn all of a
protest.
sudden.
I believe this guy... It's actually a guy from a site called Rocket News 24. It's sort of a funky news site based out of Japan. So they had the reporter guy go ahead. This time he called in advance to make sure he could order it, and then he ordered the humongous cheese Whopper. There is video of him at least trying to eat it, so yeah.
Is he a python? How do you get your mouth? How do you get that in your mouth?
Well, you don't do it all at once, Alex.
You have to unhinge your jaw. Is that how it works?
Think logically.
Well, that's a new one for me.
No, you just, sort of nibbles at it, I suppose, I mean, what else can you do?
I don't know. Eat a food.
Oh, gee. So I'll read a little bit from the Rocket News article. Okay. Like last time, the burger was so epically huge that the staff had to tape together several sheets of wrapping paper in order to completely cover it. They also provided Mr. Sato with a few plastic trays to load the 25-pound burger on so he could safely transport it to our office. Because, of course, you don't want to make a spectacle or anything in public.
No.
That's basically the core of the story. Crazy guy who decided to get a website some hits, went ahead and got 1,000 slices of cheese. What's next? Tomatoes? Onions? We don't know. Only Mr. Sato knows.
Oh, I hope it's a condiment. I hope it's like ketchup.
1,000 pounds of ketchup.
Yeah.
While Mr. Sato did not finish the entire Whopper alone, he
Really?
did get through an impressive 350 slices of cheese before stating, quote, "It tastes good, but if I eat any more, I won't have room for dinner."
Oh, my God.
Typical Japanese sentiment. I think we did discuss the bacon story, of course, and
Yes, we did.
we talked about how, in Japan you really can have it your way to an immense scale because, there really is no In-N-Out, and you can't really exploit In-N-Out because it doesn't exist there in Japan. I mean, like I said, it did for like a weekend in Tokyo. And maybe they will go ahead and push it into a chain, that In-N-Out, and people will get their, 100 patty burgers or whatever.
Well, some kushiyaki places or katsu places have all-you-can-eat cabbage.
Okay.
And miso to go with it. Like you go in there, or sauce, sosu, you go in there.
I feel myself
you
bloating already.
You dip the cabbage in the sauce. You get a nice little salty cabbage going on. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good, but doesn't seem like, much of a big spectacle.
I think it's meant to be, kind of an appetizer sort of deal.
Yeah. Have you ever ordered appetizers just as the meal?
Oh, yeah. Rarely, but I have.
Yeah. I mean, you go to some places and the portions are going to be huge. So
I'll tell you what it is.
Get an appetizer and go
It's
with it.
probably only happened while I'm visiting my family or I'm on vacation, and I don't know that we're going out to dinner in like 20 minutes, and I ate something.
Oh, yes.
And so I go out to dinner with my family, and it's like, there's no way in hell I could eat an actual meal. I'm just going to get an appetizer.
Yeah.
I'm Alex.
Oh, God. When I least expect it.
And when I least expect it. Excuse me. But I would do that at like a pub we used to go to for lunch, I would just get the chicken strips because it was big chicken strips. I'm not going to eat their giant bangers and mash or whatever. Well, that's BK news.
1, 2, 3, or even 700 duck chips when I get to heaven.
I want a cheeseburger.
You'll have plenty of them to eat in America because that's the home of the cheeseburger.
Well, I never would have known being an American in Japan.
Yeah, no, right?
Someone was talking to me about Hamburg steak, and they had to confirm with me that I understood what it was, and that I didn't just think they were talking about hamburgers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't call it Hamburg steak here. They just call it hamburger, right? At least, when I
I don't know what it is called.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it is because it's everywhere in Japan. Hamburg.
Yes. Now, is that the same as Doria?
No. Doria is something completely different.
What is that then?
It's
I'm lost.
It's like gratin but with rice.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a creamy thing but filled with rice instead of pasta or something else.
But don't they have Hamburg Doria?
Oh yeah. That's just it's Doria but with a Hamburg plopped on top of it.
All right. Honestly,
that's
I don't
really
even
good.
Know what I don't know what the name Doria actually refers to.
Yeah, I thought it might have been Italian, but I looked it up and I couldn't find anything.
I thought it was just like, the arrangement of the meal or something. I don't know.
Oh, no,
bento.
it's a type of sushi. Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Well, I'm really...
Bento! Sorry.
Let's eat sushi.
Why can't we do a segment that is entirely narrated by Fred Schneider?
Yes. Fred Schneider as expat in Japan. English teacher.
Let's play Final Fantasy 11!
Jesus Christ.
What's going on?
Oh. We are striking solid gold here this week. We started off a little slow, but now I think we've finally settled in. We're back to our former glory. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, I can't wait for the next new BK news, whether it's about racism or crazy tall burgers. It could be from any part of the world where there's a Burger King.
It could be any part of the world called Japan.
Or Germany or Florida. Do you feel like another break?
I do. You know what? Let's take a quick break. I got to get some more tea.
Yeah, let's do a wrap up. Fantastic.
All right, take a break now. Now. And now. Okay, go. Ray, I'm Alex.
Yes, you are. I'm glad you finally admit it.
Folks, we're back in it for the final segment, and I want to open it up with another classic Alex rant.
Oh.
What was that?
Was that not appropriate?
Inappropriate, Ray.
Classic Alex bloopers. Whoa.
Boing, oh, yeah.
I already did that earlier today on the live stream.
I want to preface this. I'm slowly sort of getting a better handle on all of this Alex anger that you people hear all the time.
Yes.
I think what it is that I am very diametrically opposed to arrogance and arrogant people.
Yes.
And sometimes I see arrogance in nerd culture.
Oh, yeah.
Because the way I see it, there are two kinds of arrogance that rub me the wrong way. The first one is just straight up, oh yeah, look at me, I'm awesome. Mm-hmm. And that guy, everybody knows that guy, but that's obvious and it's easy to avoid that. But I think that there's sort of a second kind of arrogance that shows up more in the nerd community. And that is the nerd trying to appear interesting. Mm-hmm. I've encountered both sorts of people during my journeys in
Vanadil.
And I'd like to give a quick recap here.
No, wait, this is all based in FF11?
Both of these examples, yes. These are online interactions, not rated by the ESRB.
Yes, all right. No, man, they're right.
They are right. So the first example is the more straightforward, hey bro, look how awesome I am sort of arrogance that rubs me the wrong way. And that is, yesterday I was partying with a guy, and you know what? The way he played was perfectly fine. He didn't actually say or do anything questionable, but his character's name was simply, I'm the man.
Oh.
And maybe that's harmless, but
Alex. It is harmless.
No, it's not. When I see that, my first response is to just say, hey guy, fuck you. Is that not right?
No, it's not right, Alex. It's just a name, and you don't know. You just said he didn't say or do anything bad. All you have
that shows
going
he's a
on is
perfect
the
gentleman.
name.
That's right.
But all right. Well, I'm not going to argue about that with you.
What kind of a guy would name his character I'm the man?
An idiot. Big deal. If he didn't actually antagonize you directly.
He didn't.
That's not arrogance.
I don't know. I see it as being arrogant.
All right.
I'll tell you what, though. I was tempted. I like to make fun of stupid names in the game, and you know what?
Yes.
It's sort of an old cliche, but it is absolutely true. There are people, and I see them every day, named Sephiroth or named Vegeta. Like these people do exist. It's not just a gag.
Right.
And I don't know which is worse, this or that, or I'm the man. But I almost wish that I played FF11 with voice chat, because when I see names like that where you're naming a character several words but you can't put in a space, I really want to intentionally mispronounce it.
Yeah.
Like what's your name? Imthaman?
Yeah.
Imthaman, get over
Egyptian?
here. Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, my father knew an Imthaman.
Yeah. Thepumaman.
And at one point I thought, oh my God, if I had voice chat, I would absolutely be pronouncing his name. I'm Theman.
Yes.
Are you saying you wouldn't do that? Because I would. I
don't think it would occur to me.
I'm giving it.
But I'm not you.
It occurs to me. I'm wired in a much different way. If I was giving instructions to the group, here are some other guys in my party. All right, Ice Unicorn, you get over there. Okay, Dark Messiah over there in that corner. Okay, and then I'm Theman over here, please. All right, there we go.
Right.
It's kind of hard to act as a cohesive group when he's fucking it up with his stupid name.
Yeah, it's just a stupid name, though.
I know it is.
Okay, well,
I know it is, but there's a certain type of player in an MMO, especially one like FF11 that is based on a series like Final Fantasy that attracts a certain kind of gamer.
Yeah.
Thanks. There's a lot of arrogance in the online world, and a lot of it comes from people like that, or people with names like that. They tend to be the damage dealing melee types. I would say 90% of the time they're either Dark Knights or ninjas, because those are the quote-unquote cool jobs.
Right. And they reflect their inner sadness.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, you have the drop for that, but, yeah.
How could this happen to me?
I played Final Fantasy XI. I partied with I'm Theman. Night goes on. Oh fuck! Those are the real lyrics.
Yes.
My
I
point
can't wait
is,
for your next example, honestly.
the night
But
goes
yes,
on as I'm
your
fading
point.
away. Are you mocking me?
No, I really can't wait.
Okay, all right. Second example. This is not so much an assertiveness. It's a different kind of arrogance, though. It's that kind of clever arrogance, like I'm going to adjust something ever so slightly about my speech.
Okay, yeah.
To
now
make
we're getting
me,
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to say he's a fantastic player. He knew what he was doing. And I'm not even going to give his name, but he was, an asset to the group, and he had good strategies, and I thank him for that. But what really bugs the shit out of me is that when something went wrong, Raymond, you or I might say something like, "God damn it."
Yep.
And this young gentleman made it a point to say, "God's damn it."
Oh.
Followed later on by "Oh my gods." And if this is like some kind of Wiccan thing, all right, okay, but like those phrases are kind of already set in English, and when you alter them and then you reinsert them back into your daily speech, what you're doing is you are shrieking to the rest of the world, "Hey everyone, look how fucking interesting I am."
Yeah,
Look at this. I'm super into the Greek pantheon. Maybe he's that guy.
Yeah.
I'm like a 3rd degree black belt Wiccan. I don't know how that works.
No, I was going to say, do you think he's an atheist?
Probably.
I mean,
I think he might have been doing that.
It's like one of those things where you don't want to say God because you don't believe in God. So you go to the next best thing, which would be gods.
No, or I've seen dudes say, "Oh my science." People who clearly don't want to do things like have friends or be in public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I understand why someone does that, but like a phrase exists that is in common usage that other regular people are using. You don't have to adjust a phrase that offends you. You could just, not use it.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, that wasn't quite as bad as what I was imagining when you first started that point.
What were you imagining?
You mentioned affecting speech, and I started to think of like anime-style suffixes.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. Or or talking like a Moogle or something.
Actually, there was a character, Jesus. There was a person in my link shell
who had a character.
Thank you. Who I'm guessing was a Mithra, because anytime when they were typing, anytime they used an R, they just put in 3 R's instead of 1, which is how the Mithra speak in FF11.
Yep.
But you know what?
As bad as I was imagining.
No, I kind of like that though.
Oh, what?
Because they were committing to it. They were fucking committed to it.
I mean, okay, I guess.
Like when they were talking, and it wasn't like they were super into the character. Like they're constantly talking about eating fish or I've got kitty claws and a tail. It was discussions about gear and stat bonuses, but it was all done with the extra R's, and I didn't mind that. You know why? Because there's no way in hell, I really hope this person doesn't do that, in real life, but it's a game. You know what? Maybe if this guy in the event, maybe if his character believes in some sort of Vanadilian pantheon, maybe he's allowed to do that.
But okay, I know that, some people just like to role play to whatever degree that they like in those games.
Yes.
But also it's like most of us don't. Most of us are just chatting in it like it's a chat room and taking care of our characters and whatnot. And like we know it's a fantasy world, but we don't want to, act like we're in it. And so to me, I don't I'm not like you, which I think you're kind of going on a double standard, quite honestly. That wouldn't be me though. I wouldn't accept that.
Well, explain how I'm working off a double standard here.
Because it's still someone doing that silly thing to the speech.
It is, but it's the cat thing. I'm guessing is only used in the game world where the player's avatar is a cat person. I mean, but I bet this guy says "Oh my gods" in real life. That's where it bugs me, really. Because this is the same guy. This is probably the same guy who walks around his college campus holding a pipe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the same guy who maybe has a bomber hat. Something like he's a shy guy, but he desperately wants to scream to the world, "Look how interesting I am, guys! Look how cool, look how interesting I can be. Ask me about my stupid hat." And yeah, this is the same kind of guy that would say something like, "Oh my science" instead of "Oh my God," so that somebody in his computer lab can say, "Hey, why do you say 'Oh my science'?" And then he gets that gleam in his eye, and he lunges forward like a fucking snake, and he gets to go on his rant about how his parents took him to church too much, and now he's denounced religion, and he only believes, like, fuck you, guy. Yeah. Just shut up.
That's also how you attract women, right?
Just do the fucking assignment and go home.
He's peacocking. That's what.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, he's just cocking. Nobody wants to know about your shitty quirks.
It's a fair assumption, and I guess I'll allow it. But I still think when you talk about the cat thing, I think it's almost on the same plane.
No, the cat thing is strictly in game, and it's I think it's easily recognizable as being strictly in game.
Okay.
Okay, no. If that guy does, go to the supermarket and say, "Excuse me, where are your Pringles?" I want to fucking
just drawing two different Venn diagrams, basically, and I think we'll just have to live with it. We'll have to agree to disagree.
Let's call it a Vanna diagram.
Damn it!
Diagram. Oh shit! It's on loop.
I quit.
Soy Alex. But these two guys are examples of what I consider to be arrogance, in a way. And I think 6 or 7 years ago, I might have wanted to start something. I might have said something online. But FF11 has been such a great lesson to me about the maxim, choose your battles. Because, I can get in an argument with this guy about his stupid name. I can get in an argument with this kid about... I hate religion and such, or whatever, or maybe he loves it. I don't know, or why he chooses to be quirky and tweaking common phrases to appear cool and interesting. But I don't, and this is something that my dad said. He was applying it to a different situation, but I think it applies here. He says, "What does victory look like in that situation?"
Yeah.
Okay, you get into an argument with this guy, you quote unquote win. What does victory look like in that situation? Like, what is the best thing that can come out of this? Nothing.
Yeah.
And there's no point in being negative just for the sake of being negative.
You're right. I think part of that's just maturing. It's not exactly.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Yeah,
in and of itself. Although
it's helped me because it's the most exposure to that kind of person that I've ever had before. And after repeated offenses, I eventually learn. Oh, just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And guess what? You can still party with this dude, and he's a great player. So just let it slide.
Yeah, that's the incentive. Yeah.
Yeah.
As for me, on the other hand, if I, hang out on the forum or something and somebody says something I want to call their shit out on, I usually do. But there's no game attached to that, so it's just that person being an idiot in my eyes. So, yeah. That's my sadness.
I think that's going to be our next podcast, That's My Sadness.
Yes.
Or our incredibly successful game show.
Yes.
Folks, are you ready to play? That's My Sadness!
Or just like one of those sitcom type titles. That's my sadness. I like that one better, personally.
Who left this sadness here? I'm sorry, it's my sadness.
Well, that was a good rant.
Thank you. You know what? I feel bad because I don't want to talk shit openly about the Oh My Gods guy because, again, he was really good, in the event.
I can, if you want.
It's called... No, I like to be nice when I'm talking shit about somebody.
All right.
It's called a compliment sandwich. You say something nice about the guy, then you give your criticism, and then you punch him in the fucking face. Is that how it works?
That'd be a good book. The Compliment Sandwich by Dr. Alex Fruitality.
C. Everett Gabagool. I don't know what that was.
I'm Alex.
Yeah. Oh. Can you play I'm Alex and Soy Alex at the same time?
Sure.
I'm Soy Alex.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dueling Alexes.
I'm Soy Alex.
God damn
it. Sorry. I had to. Well, let's move on. I have something to talk about next.
Okay.
And that has to do with buying my book.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
Yes.
Buy my book.
Hang on, I'll turn it down. I'll keep it going in the background.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. So I'm not. Am I gonna be able to concentrate? Jesus. It's okay, Alex. So yes, as you know, I do a magazine called Scroll, and just in the past couple weeks, I decided to take a couple of articles and just make them into Kindle books. So for 99 cents each, you can get 2 of the cover story articles from issues 4 and 5 that are about the Japanese Xbox and about the dating sim game Love Plus, respectively.
Buy my book.
And
Buy
yes,
my book. Buy my book.
you can put those on your Kindle or your
Buy
Kindle
my
app.
book.
And just search
Buy
search
my
for my
book.
name or something
Buy
like
my
that. Or you can search for
book.
their titles, which are called the Unknown Xbox.
I'm
and
Ray.
National Girlfriend.
I'm Ray.
Actually, if you
Buy
do search
my
Barnholtz, they end up correcting you to Barnholt with a D because that's the name of an author called Lauren Barnholt who writes a
I'm
bunch of
Ray.
different novels. So make sure you actually get the one without the D, which is my name. And that should Leave work me out. the fuck alone. No, don't do that. Because
Buy
I want
my
you
book.
to buy
my book. Buy my book.
I would not want to be with you physically. No, but do indeed buy my book, if you would.
We have integrity, and that's not for sale.
That's my plug, and thank you.
Those are, I think, the most interesting things that you've written, in my opinion. Speaking as a guy who's
Thanks. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck you! I would take it back then! Jesus! I'm kidding. Speaking as a guy who's not so into games as you, or as I once was, they were still very fascinating to me. Especially the Xbox thing. I didn't know that much about the Xbox's existence in Japan. And that was actually really interesting to read. So there you go. And the dating sim thing, which I still think is a little creepy, but you cleared up a lot of it for me.
Yeah, that was what all that was about, clearing up.
Yeah, and it did.
I'm not
I
trying
was
to
educated.
get you to like it, so yeah.
It helps now that I know the history of these things.
Yes, and that's my goal throughout this little journey.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Have you ever heard of Nintendo?
That'll be next. No, that'll be my next book.
Have you ever heard of Nintendo?
Yeah, followed by.
You still don't have a Sega CD?
Oh, I'd buy that.
Yeah, these are actually pretty good ideas, I gotta say.
Oh, wait, hang on. I've got a book about nerd arrogance.
Get out.
But see, that's the beauty of this Kindle Direct Publishing, is that anybody can write anything, put it in an HTML file, zip it up with some images, and upload it, and, within less than a day, you got a book to sell. Come on, Alex. Come on.
No, that is interesting. Actually, I've been thinking about doing the same thing. I was for the last couple of years, I was toying with the idea of putting out some sort of book, some sort of comedy-based book, a humorous book. But I couldn't settle on one focus. Like first, it was supposed to be funny essays, then it turned into like funny fiction, and then it morphed into like a fake TV guide kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm trying to settle on something that I want to do, and maybe rather than a traditional physical book, I might just go with a Kindle ebook or whatever.
Yeah. It's easy. I did it.
You did it.
Also, those were kind of brushed up editing-wise, so I did another couple passes on them. So they're a bit different from the magazine. Less typos, at least. So, again, 99 cents each. So very, very inexpensive. Have fun.
I saw that in the Love Plus thing, you took out like 5 paragraphs on the Oklahoma City bombing. Probably a good move.
Yeah, it didn't really have much to do with anything.
No.
I couldn't, yeah. I mean, I tried to link it back to, like, the experience.
Girls are like bombs. I think that's pretty accurate.
I hope when we publish this isn't like ill-timed with a bombing.
No, yeah, I just realized that as soon as I said it, and I thought, no, this is coming out a week later. We're probably fine.
Yeah, because we had that Colorado crap today. That's
Yeah.
not good. Ending on a high note.
Yay!
Kickstarter!
So that's all I got.
Oh, folks, check it out. This week, no donations. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. What?
But folks, we do have Facebook likes, and
yes,
we're
let's
still getting
expose your real name on the internet.
No, I've divided these into 2 categories, and that's names that I'm pretty sure are real, and names that I really hope are fake.
Yes. Is this based on Nathan Gregory, whatever, last time?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Something Suarez Sanchez or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. Jesus.
What? Soy Alex. What's going on? Oh, hey, buddy. So here's what's going down. I'm gonna give a shout out to the Facebook likes. First from real people,
just like you.
All right. First we have Jason Miles Prower. It's really just Jason Miles. Mariko Hosoi, which I'm pretty sure is a Japanese name. Edward Nussbaum, which is a palindrome, believe it or not.
Yes.
Brian Lantane, which is an anagram of itself. Andrew Hernandez, hereafter referred to as Hernandrew. James Caldwell, who sounds like he should be an author.
Yeah.
Famous singer Rick Bennett. Tom Rice. How would you say Ruys?
I have no idea.
Ruiz? Tom Ruiz?
Yeah, that works.
Mark Ebish?
Yeah, that's a Hobbit name.
Mark Proudfoot Ebish?
Yeah.
And folks, our good friend from Dublin himself, Josie Otero. Yeah. Is that, did I say that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, good kid.
And here is the names that I'm pretty sure, well, I kind of hope are fake. Shy.
Oh, Jesus, how insulting are you going to get?
What? Listen, okay, look. If I'm sorry, I apologize. If these are your real names, if any of these are real, I don't know, cry about it.
Call someone who cares.
Shy, yeah. He's a nickel. Sir, it's 2012. Okay, Shy Color. I like that because it also sounds like the name of a Galka in FF11. Bryce Gunkel, which is fun to say, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like it.
Jamar Prince. If you're white, that name was wasted. Discharge Doc Morbid Hammer. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a real one. I should move that back.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And Juha Pirola. Pirola. Adam Carolla likes No More Whoppers.
You sure it's not hoo-ha?
Juha Hoo-ha.
No, wait.
Juha Hoo-ha likes No More Whoppers.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, I love it.
Shut it down.
So glad the show is free. Yeah. All right, yeah, folks, thanks for liking the Facebook page.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, I think we're up to 70-something, 80-something likes. I haven't actually looked at it.
Lucky
70.
Something.
Lucky something.
Wow, that was a hell of a show.
It was. Folks, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, shall we go ahead and end it?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, like I said, it was tired there in the beginning. I've been out of it a little bit today. I had to get up early, do some stuff at 1UP. It was hell, man. No, I'm just kidding. It was actually fun as always. But yeah, how about you, Alex?
Oh, I don't know. I've been living in a virtual world for the past week. Don't ask me anything.
Okay, Lawnmower Man. But yes. Of course, we just talked about Facebook, but go ahead and like us on Facebook.
That's right. Like us on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter. It's at No More Whoppers.
Like us. I'm Alex.
Shut! I thought that was funny. What is wrong with you? Am I wrong? What about the dog? I thought that was funny too. Like us on Facebook. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, by the way, somebody on Twitter recently wanted some comedy podcast recommendations, which is
again,
which is a lot like asking somebody, "Hey, what's a good food to eat?" Like, I don't know. What do you like? You know?
Yeah.
And this, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to answer. So, actually, you will probably have already seen it by the time this comes out. This week, I'm going to write up a quick blog post about a quick introduction to comedy podcasts. So, take a look at that.
Yes, and it's better than saying it out here on the show.
Yeah, because then we get into an argument and
way
kill each
back
other.
in episode 1. We don't really like to do that too much. We don't like dropping other shows.
Yes.
I don't know. It seems weird to me. I feel like a fanboy. I don't, and though I may
well,
be,
I am
in public.
I am an unabashed comedy podcast fanboy.
Yes.
I will probably put these on my personal blog, not the No More Whoppers blog.
Fair enough.
Just because apparently Ray would freak the fuck out. It seems.
No, not.
So,
I mean on air. If you want to do it on our blog, go right ahead. By the way, that's nomorewhoppers.tumblr.com. That's where you can find our episode hub. You can subscribe. You can find links to Facebook and also Twitter. No more Whoppers. Where you can find some funny pictures I post. And Alex will talk to you.
/ Audible.
Yes. And of course, once again, like every podcast tells you, including those great comedy podcasts we like so much, such as
Redacted.
Don't forget to give us good ratings on iTunes. 5 stars or more.
Or more. Be generous.
If you could just game the system. Get friends. Create like a pyramid scheme, You tell 3 friends to vote for us, and then they tell 3 friends, and then they tell 3 friends. Yeah. It should work out pretty well, I'm thinking. We might have that good enough listener base.
What if you don't have 3 friends?
Oh, fuck, you're right. Well, like I said, it has been fun. Thank you, Alex, for joining me.
I had a ball.
This together. Yeah, we're in this together. I forgot. And, of course, we'll be back next week, hopefully, God willing.
Hopefully? What do you mean, yes, of course?
Excuse me, God's willing.
Thank you. Science willing.
Yeah. Fried spaghetti monster willing.
Sarah Michelle Gellar willing.
Oh, gosh. So anyway, keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next week. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show, a performance from the hit Broadway musical, The Brothers Fenaroli.
Oh, hang on, I have my headphones on. So I don't know if you know. Hang on. Okay, hi.
Hi.
I, with all the yelling that I do for this show, most of it fake, I can almost guarantee that my downstairs neighbors are pretty sure that I'm beating my wife. Because I will just shriek. I will just shriek at you. I will just yell into the microphone.
Yeah.
And
especially when you're saying, "Don't tell me to calm down."
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably downstairs like, oh my, should we call the police? What the hell is going on up there?
Dear Lord. Yeah.
I'm going to go up there. What are you going to do? I don't know. I'm not going to tell them to calm down, that's for sure.
Ugh.